Ooh, the Lost Prince.
I'm there.
Count Shimmerglow. Viscount Smolder.
Listen to me, trespasser. You sought a kingdom. I seek something simpler. Apology.
Guilty. Doomed. Lost. Cursed.
As you sought to steal a kingdom for yourself, so must you do again. 1,000 times over. For a theft, a true theft, must be practiced to be earned. It will be a lengthy task. This is how it shall be measured.
Oh. Remember. Do it.
Make ruins of kingdoms. When each is dust, the grains shall gather in this vessel. When 1,000 grains are gathered, bring it before us as an offering, so that an eldest may sip from it.
Sin. Ashes. Dust. Eternity.
When that is done, your trespass shall be forgiven.
Where will I find so many nations? It is...
An impossible task? Oh! Let your unrequited love guide you. Guided you to your first kingdom, so it shall again. Seek it, hunt for it, lust for it. Let the emptiness inside you become your deadliest weapon. It is not an impossible task. After all, what use is an apology that cannot ever be given?
Given. Curse.
That's the story here. We've already heard this once before. I think it's just going to repeat itself. Let's see if it does.
Get ready. Get scared. Learn. Listen.
Listen to me, trespasser. You sought a kingdom. I seek something
The
simple.
nymph whispers, did I truly deserve all this? Breaks my heart to see what this curse
I
turns you into
truly
in the end.
deserve all. So many wish to judge me. As someone who cannot comprehend the burden of the curse, you assume far too much. Burn!
Well, that's not very nice.
Abilities.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Looks like we're fighting the Counts. Count Shimmerglow, Viscount Smolderburn, Marquis Dazzlelight, Duke Dazzleflare. Oh, well, that's pretty names, fellas. So, this is where upgrades like that to your weapon make you awesome. 5-foot stutter step.
This will hurt.
Choppy bastard. Alright, Lindsay, where you at, kid? Oh, Linz. She can buff us, but she can also fear... Ooh, +4 dodge, most armor class. Inspired Heroics. I like that. Inspired Greatness. What does this one do? No. Dirge of Doom. Causing them to be shaken. I don't know if these guys are immune to that, though. Let's actually take a quick gander. They have crappy hit points. These are easy kills. Since it's a dream, it makes sense, I suppose, but still. Airborne. Air subtype. Interesting. Doesn't show anything about them being immune. And usually that's in the defense category, I thought. So, this might actually work. Let's do the Dirge of Doom. So if we can scare them effectively, the goal
You
is
deserved it.
to set them up for some easy kills.
You should have run.
Kill.
Strike.
My masterpiece! Lindsay
Any
shoot.
last wishes?
Poof. These are pansies. What has happened?
My lady, there's nothing we can do. The powers of those who've hidden the Briar exceed our own in many ways.
Why search for that which has ruined me? He said, let your unrequited love guide you to the doomed kingdoms. No, I will not search any longer. must find it. Come now, start searching. It must be here in the stolen lands. Thousands of years searching. And for what? You were a part of me. What are you now? Once a branch has broken off, it cannot be reattached. How could I be so foolish?
My lady, there's nothing we can do.
Alright, so that's part of that story arc. Quick save again.
In many ways.
What she's basically talking about is something called the Briar, is what I'm gathering, is an item that we need to find. That might have been what Cartuccio was looking for in the base of that tree, remember? With way back in chapter 1. And it looks like we are in some crappy-ass territory, bro. What the hell? Oh, hell, I hope I don't need my lantern for this. Did I bring that lantern, or did I sell it? Oh, I have it. Magical lantern. There we go. Okay. These gaseous areas, sometimes you need the lantern on. You see the glow to get to the next area. I don't know if that's a thing here, but it doesn't look like it. But I want to make sure that that's a possibility.
Cannot be reattached any longer.
My lady,
We should
there's
move.
nothing
How
we
could
can
I be
do.
so foolish?
The powers of those who've hidden the
Come
Briar
now,
exceed our
start
own
searching.
in many ways.
It must be here.
I'm there.
Probably need to talk to Nyrissa again, I'm guessing,
He said,
to progress this part of the story.
let your
Talk to me, woman. I
undecided
told
love
them to
guide
stop. No, I told them to search.
search.
It is pointless. Why do I need this?
It is
Nyrissa
pointless.
turns to you. Do
Why
you
do I
see?
need this?
Do you see? They ripped my heart out
Do
and
you
threw it
see
into
now?
your world.
Do
And
you
something else
see?
was torn out
They
with it.
ripped my heart out and threw it into your world. And something else was torn out with it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over her. I didn't know that she was voicing this part. Your kindness, your soul?
No, something deeper. Brighter, I suppose. I only know the sound of this word, but not its meaning. A burning word. A stupid word. Love.
What exactly were you looking for?
Something that was stolen from me. Do you believe the aim of my curse was the destruction of your pathetic kingdoms? No, that was merely a path towards redemption. The curse, it deprived me of a part of my soul. The most important part. Ripped from me, crippled, mutilated, and turned into an artifact. The Briar.
It never really spits the last words out with its seeming hatred. It requires good alignment. I don't believe the soul can be irreparably damaged. Perhaps not all is lost for you after all. The words resound with an unexpectedly loud echo. Seemingly influenced by them, the surrounding world begins to change. Hey, cool. In the eerie silence following the king's last words, we heard a strange melodic chime. The world around us began melting into a colorful whirlwind. The insidious nymph Nyrissa was gone. The visions of her servants faded away like candle smoke. I instantly realized what was happening. We were being drawn to the deepest level of the dream. Inception. In places like these, secret memories and desires could be hidden, sometimes not even known to their owner. What incredible luck to make it there. But would we be able to return? And a little sneeze there. We found ourselves in a flat area among glistening pale green rocks. The areas of lush vegetation spotting the rocks were easily recognizable as flowers of the first world. Beneath the cliffs, a forest of white trees with sky blue leaves could be seen. In the distance, the sharp spires of an ornate castle reached into colorful clouds. As we watched, the castle trembled, very slowly began moving away. It was built on the back of a huge, enormously huge, three-eyed elephant with branching tusks. Pretty badass. I turned and realized that we had also changed our shapes, obeying the laws of the dream. Our king had turned into a magnificent and powerful dragon. But what had I become? The king met my gaze and said, "Lindsay, you look exactly like a flying inkwell. Shaggy giant with a huge club, an unknown but very fluffy creature." Flying inkwell makes sense for Lindsay, I think. What? The sun blazed across the golden scales of a dragon, reflecting thousands of sunspots all around. Feeling the full power of his new guise, the king immediately tried Athletics check, taking off. Constitution check, oof, breathing fire. Intelligence check, making someone their minion with the power of their mighty mind. Athletics check it is. I need a 5 or greater. Ah, boo. Screw you, game. Yeah, whatever. Go it. Go it. Go it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Don't care. Go it. Damn it. Hope I saved it in an earlier spot. We'll fast forward through this stuff. But still, that's annoying. Poop. Poop, I say.
Kingdoms.
Yeah, okay.
I told them to... I will not search any longer. Stolen.
Good stuff. There it is. Alright. Dragon, Inkwell. Athletics check me. There we go. Enjoying his strength and newfound wings, the golden dragon. So I'm golden dragon. Awesome. Made a couple circles over the rocks, lounged about on some clouds. Didn't even know dragons could do that. Then easily landed back on solid ground. I must say I was no slouch myself. As a flying inkwell, I managed to follow the dragon, repeating all the twists and turns, all without even splashing much ink. Interesting. After these adventures, the king decided to try... I'm not smart enough. Making someone their minion with the power of the mighty mind. Failed. Constitution. Failed. You're just a failure. Attack. Whatever. Go away. Let's try again. Alright. Let's do this the smart way. First things first. I can increase my skills with that spell of hers. Now, we already have Good Hope on. We already have Good Hope on. But she also has the ability to cast Greater Herald.
Find it. Come now, start searching. It must be here in the stolen lands.
Yeah, whatever. Stop talking. My intelligence is already pretty damn high. I mean, really, a plus 11. I'm amazed that they made the check so goddamn high. And then there was a Constitution check, and that's unlikely. We need a 20 on a plus 5, so I need a 15 or greater. That's not easy to get. And again, I'm doing pretty good with con-ish. You know, relatively speaking, there's only a couple people in our kingdom that have a con higher than this, like Val, for instance. So, nothing I'm going to be able to do to buff that up, that I can think of anyway. So we'll quick save this, just so we make this other check again. And this time I think we'll just accept whatever it does.
I told them to stop.
Yeah, whatever you're talking.
Stolen.
Oh my god, it's horrible. If only they knew. The dragon, she's an inkwell. Athletics check, I need a 32. And then the reason it's only 2 points higher, because remember Greater Heroism is a plus 4. We already had Good Hope on us. That was a plus 2 already. So that's why you're seeing it only go up 2 points. Success. Alright, Constitution check. Hey! Constitution check made. The golden dragon froze for a moment before exhaling a cone of blistering flame. It blossomed along the rocks like 1,000 fire-colored flowers, and the magical crystals cliffs off the first world reflect them like a mirror. I hurried to record the first steps of the king in his new brilliant appearance. I managed to use earth, leaves, and even some steep rocks as a canvas. Honestly, being a flying inkwell wasn't half bad. While reflecting on a particularly precise metaphor from our height, I noticed that in the middle of the sun-dappled forest of summer, there was a small island of winter. Amid the snow and ice, a small flock of little fae were hiding something that resembled a sparkling casket. In case it ended up being important, I took the liberty of sketching the place and committing it to memory. Meanwhile, the king decided to try. A melodic laugh suddenly rang out of nowhere. Not offensive, but rather inspiring. It seems someone was watching the king's attempts. It was none other than Nerissa herself approaching, but something in her appearance was strikingly different from the insidious, cold-blooded villain we'd come to know. There was no shadow of arrogance or anger in her face, just cheerful sparkles in her bright blue eyes. I am glad to meet new guests in my domain. Greetings. She didn't seem to recognize us at all. So is this your realm? Oh yes, and then pointing to the forest below with an elegant gesture. Obeying her will, all the trees immediately changed their colors, turning from white and blue to red and gold, then to an elegant green. I am Nerissa. This is my thousand breaths. She scooped up the fire, still burning in places after the dragon's breath, and rolled it in her hands, turning it into a flower, a wild rose with glowing petals. Before our eyes, the flower took root and spread across the nearest rock. I like you, stranger. Will you stay with me? Soon I will become something much more than I am now. Soon my domain will become larger, more beautiful, its borders open to the bravest, most wonderful creatures, all with blazing souls. Together we will create a dreamland unlike any the first world has ever known. Silence fell for a moment before the king finally replied. It's a good idea. Too bad this is all just a dream. This is a crazy plan. Give it up or you'll lose everything. Nah, I'm gonna go with this one. A dream, the nymph showed no understanding of what we meant, but she smiled warmly, if a bit teasingly. Let it be so then. One day, this dream will become reality. We, children of the first world, are gifted with the ability to change reality, so we are free to fulfill any dream. We are often too timid to do this, expecting punishment from our self-proclaimed gods. But I, for one, am not afraid. How about you, stranger? Her words sounded progressively quieter as the world around us was subsumed in a multicolored fog. Before the king could reply, the vision faded. Then we found ourselves in a completely different place. But it seemed vaguely familiar. The stone platform with a pedestal in the middle. That was something we'd already seen in the first world, back when we were looking for a way to get rid of the ever-blooming flower. As in that old vision, Narissa sat on the pedestal, her head bowed low, just a shadow of the proud and powerful nymph we'd spoken with but recently. The place she sat literally emanated an intense pressure and a feeling of stiffness. My guess is it was some sort of magical prison. As we approached, Narissa raised her head, and she spoke in a muffled voice. You, I remember you. Our meeting is the last of my bright memories, the evanescent dream. Afterward, there was the battle, my sister slain by the monster, with such ease, like wind extinguishing candles, defeat and pain. Why have you come? To relish in my despair? Yes, screw you. No, you don't succumb to evil and despair. Only then will you have a chance. Something strange shone in the nymph's eyes. It was as if the words of the king had been imprinted somewhere deep in her soul. With these final words, the vision faded, taking us back to where we had entered this crazy world of melting dreams. I'm happy with that outcome.
My Skylark, your song is sad today. What happened? Once young deer have barely grown their antlers. They face their fathers in fierce combat. Have you ever seen it? The time has come. You are a stag now, not some defenseless fawn. Go. Go and fight. You were born for glory, my wolf cub. There is room in this world for all sorts of different birds.
Ravetti.
Some sing sweetly.
Christian.
Others screech proudly.
And me.
Peacock
Oh my
just
god.
those bright
So this is basically how she played it, everybody.
Outshine them all. Be my peacock.
She
Shine.
said cock.
You will become a king whose glory shall
So she's trying to kill
overshadow
Pitax
all
off
that
too,
we
so
begin
by
with.
us taking out Pitax, that's going to be a problem.
My heart's
But nothing I can do
along
about it.
with yours.
I am assuming
My
after all this is said and done,
Skylark,
we're supposed to come up here
your
and talk to
song is
Narissa
sad
proper.
today. So easily trapped. Stags and wolves, skylarks and peacocks.
Armagh, Tristan, the Stag Lord, Ravetti all turned against me because of you.
I was there with you from the very first steps you made into the stolen lands. I've created a nice cage of magical fog around you. Sent you my skylark, helped you kill my stag, guided you through dreams and visions. And I pitted my wolf and my peacock against you.
Not yet.
Does it not please you, my hound? I gave you so much prey to chase. But what I have done matters little when compared to why I have done it. I have already lost track of so much time. For so many centuries I sought out those like you. The ambitious and bold. Those who believe they can change the world, or at least rule it. I seek them, grant them power, lead them to triumph, and then push them into the abyss.
I
Can you
shall
make an
end
epic
this
pose?
suffering.
I need
Shit.
inspiration.
So we got Tristan. Well, looks like we're going to have to kill every one of them, right? So Lindsay.
Serves you right.
Well, that was easy.
Their life ends here.
Alright, now we have the Stag Lord. My turn.
This will hurt. Ha!
Goodbye.
And then our leader charged forwards.
Armagh.
Hey, wait for
You
me!
should have run.
Oh god, these guys are pansies.
Aha! A test of my
Earned
abilities.
it.
Alright there, Vidi.
Strike!
Die! Taxi's
Their
done.
life ends here.
Oh, you're gonna make us fight our own peeps, huh? Oh man,
Don't
that's just
hold
rough.
back.
Don't killing myself off. We're coming up, I mean closer. I mean we're approaching the real Narissa. Alright, let's quick save that mess. What we got in here? Anything? Oh.
One more grain. And another. Grain. This one took 100 years to obtain. And that one was just a week. The first bears the blood of 3 generations burned in war. The second, just 2 well-chosen words. And 1 little betrayal. This will never end. Never! Do you see this cup? It has a name, you know. The Apology. Within it is the Stag Lord and his crazy dream to become a king and take me as his queen. And Armag and his never-born barbarian empire. Who will fall in next? Pitax and its Peacock King? Or you?
I know your story now, Nerys. Unfortunately, what I don't know is how to help you overcome the curse.
What is this, a dream? Or is someone actually playing games with me? Speaking words that pierce like arrows, teasing me with the hope of salvation beyond my reach. I have had strange dreams recently. Times before the curse. And a meeting that never occurred. So, this is a dream. But you have entered it from reality. Exquisite. Very reminiscent of the methods I typically use. For 1,000 years, none have come so close to me. And I assure you, none ever will again. But you... I like you more and more, my hound. Perhaps I have no need of that stupid peacock anymore. I could let you tear him apart if you wish. I know where a tool lies that will let you clip his wings. The evidence of his crimes. Something he's been hiding from his Pitaxian allies. But he could not hide it from me. Remember this name. White Rose Abbey. That is where Iravetti would usually meet with me in the past. And the place where you will find your tool against him.
White Rose Abbey has been revealed. Well, fucking standing. About damn time. Fine, I'll go. Let us see the worth of your words.
My brave, brave hound. We will get along nicely, I dare say.
Well, return home. Okay, quick save that mess. I don't think there's anything else here.
In due time.
Never hurts to scour the world for magic shit, but we're in a dream world, so I'm guessing that's not a thing. Come on, Lindsay. We gotta get out of here. Oh, portal. Get to the portal! Oh. Alright. Haha! Success! White Rose Abbey! White Rose Abbey! Remember the White Rose Abbey. Okay. Sounds like a place to go. I hope I don't have to take Lindsay with me. Not that she's not doing a fine job. It's just she's not the best combatant right now. Oh, hell. Get up, you drunken bastard. Alright, leave that. That's XP on that. We got all kinds of people still to level up. Right on. I don't think time has transpired per se. It doesn't look like anything's been dropped off
I
recently.
do what I must.
Anything happened for here? Doesn't look like it. All right. We have the ability to work on another curse with Ja'ad. I'm leery of doing so because she's busy right now, but these curses aren't going to solve themselves, so we almost have no choice in some of these things. I don't think it's a good idea, though. Not until she's freed up. She won't be free till next month, and we got 10 more days at least of this month. It's an entire possibility that he might be needed in the next 10 days, and then we'd be screwed. I can't have us go down in our standing as far as the kingdom. It doesn't take long for stable, which is where we're at now, to drop to a worried, and worried suddenly is a penalty on all your checks, which is something we cannot allow. We're already scraping the bottom of the barrel to make sure that we pass everything. Let's do a quick check of our journals, see if something's updated. Aha, sure has. Explore White Rose Abbey. Now we're talking. Okay, let's put a team together and head our asses over there, shall we? What we got? Nope. Yes, indeed. And Ekin? Sure. Alright. White Rose Abbey. That's gotta be over in Pitax, I'm guessing. See if it pops up on the map or if I just need to traipse through the area. Let's see here. What we got. Here's our area just north of Pitax. There's the White Rose Abbey. Okay, so looks like we probably teleport in through here and then cut up that way, or we could go from here and then cut this way. It doesn't much matter, I don't think. They're probably equally crappy choices. Let's teleport to this one though. Teleport to Glenshire, if you would, sir. I do want to actually make sure my team has reasonable gear on, just as a quick passing, where's my ship kind of thing. He doesn't need that thing anymore, but he does need his Magus Hand. Hand of the Magus Dan. Hand of the Magus Dan allows me to keep scrolls, what, 25% of the time? Every time you use a scroll, it burns up, whether you're copying it to your spell book or if you're using it to actually cast a spell. Yeah, sure, why not? But this Hand of the Magus Dan, if you leave it on, it's a toggle. Literally is a severed Magi hand, Magus hand, and that hand literally will copy a perfect copy of the spell 25% of the time. So literally, I just usually leave it on like that all the time. So that's always running. I don't think we need anything from here. I just want to check, make sure there's not something for us to sell. Oh, prices of stuff, anything to offer? No, we're keeping all those. And yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, he doesn't have anything different. Ray Blocker's still a really good shield though, for those of you interested. Plus 40 your saves against Evocation School. That's not bad. It's a good set of protection right there. But we don't need it. We're marching on. And we're heading over to the White Rose Abbey. Now, hopefully, this resolves a lot of our issues with Pitax so we can get over there and do Octavia's quest. That Eomir bastard that set us up killing pirates that weren't really pirates. And hopefully our kingdom will not be in a worried state. Which, by the way, is it yet? It's still stable, but probably only barely. So we have to really make sure to hammer this home. Oh, what you got for me? Saving. Event. Valerie, it's an opportunity. She will not be able to do it. She's working on a problem anyway, so I'd rather her do the problem. Again, this is not one of those choices where, like I said, that just sometimes there's nothing you can do. But opportunities are never of concern as much as problems failing. Opportunities get missed. It's not the end of the world. But you really do not want to have your problems fail you. Hey there, White Rose Abbey. I'm assuming problems, so therefore we will buff up. And even if we don't, we'll rest on the moving on towards Pitax if that's where we're heading to next. This would be nice though. Alright. Oh, stuff. Things. Take it. It's pooch. We definitely want the pooch. Alright. Heal spell. Blur. Image. Go balls to the wall for those long lasting buffs. Get some pretty wings on just to make sure that they last longer. I'll give her wings.
I will see this through.
Have her shield of faith you. Yourself. Then we're not in a kingdom. So use extra protections on stuff, so let's get some death wards up. It's the front two. And magical investment for armor. Remember, the shield one does not work, and that may be because of my mods, or that was always broken and they never patched it in, which is kind of a shame. She will do shield spell. Blur for herself. Cast blur on her. No,
I'll take care of it.
I wanted to do that.
No one stands in
Looks
need.
like an image up. You have haste. You do. We wait
What's
for that.
new?
Juby. Shield spell. Expeditious retreat. Blur. Taking mutagen. Give some dexterity to our monk lady friend. Give wings to our proto-lich friend. Want heroism on her. And a guy. Bark skin on main tank. Think about that. I think that's a bad idea. He already has a natural armor necklace +5. Oh well. Give Tristan shield spell. Expeditious retreat. Do the same for Ekandayo. You'll be able to see the invisible. We got plenty of diamond dust, so give some stone skin protection. And give yourself Death Ward. Give yourself Air Walk. Christian. Bless. Shield of Faith for yourself. Magical investment for yourself. Shield of Faith for Juby. And want some fear protection for everybody in the big hogging circle. Give yourself some Death Ward. Should be just about everyone. She's missing one, so let's give it to her. We have freedom of movement. I have it already. Let's put one on the tank. And definitely one on Tristan. Don't want to be careful last time. Like a dial. You got bark skin for yourself, bro. Pass them off with pets. Great long stride for yourself. Community stride, so you have the equivalent of blur for ranged attacks. Annual growth on said pet. Oh, awesome. And let's activate Sense Vitals now, even though it's not going to last you very long. Save all that mess. Let's get to it, people.
Follow if you dare. Interesting.
Juby, get him over here. Disarm said trap.
Child's play.
How big is this map? Ooh, this could be a decent size area.
We'll do it the
Oh, hey there, were-rats. Pitax wardens. And were-rats. And were-tigers. Oh my. Where's the lions at? Okay, so Liza's turn. These guys are kind of getting in our way. Let's do a little bit of this AoE smack on these bastards. Get as many as I can.
Strike as one.
Ekandayo. 5-foot stutter step this way. Finish the rats that are closest to us. Let's start with a crit roll. Yeah. Take damage. Second loser. What? Okay. Done. Taxian Wardens coming after Liza, but she's a tank. Can tank successfully. Proto, you need to move up. Honey Bear, and you got your the Fearless. This guy here will allow us to cast our cantrips. Okay, and from there I want to do some damage. What do we want to do? Skeletons. Help flank. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Get him, boys. Choppy. They're not going to do much in the way of damage at all. It's not the point. They're basically taking arrows for us and attacks that we don't have to take that way. It also sets up flankings. For instance, this doofus over here. Totally come over here and kick him in the teeth.
This will hurt.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, got a little piece of her, huh? Oh, look at you, Mr. Badass. All right, Tristan. Over here, buff your team. You have the ability to throw some smack down too, don't you, buddy? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Tag, you're it. Alright. Yeah, you keep messing with those Skeletors. Come over here and kill this were-rat, Oakbo. Oh, goodness. That was just pretty. Flank that other were-rat if you would bet. Alright. Now this trap's going to be an issue, so we're going to have to literally bomb the shit out of these guys. So you see the issue that we have here. It literally is...
A clever ploy.
Sometimes we have to lob in arrows or spells. That was just one bomb and he was dead. Liza.
Do not hold back.
Oh, there's a guy right next to you. I didn't even see him. Sorry. My bad. But this is where I can literally bring a guy over here to really have some arrow fun.
Cannot hide from me.
Wow. Ooh, deflected the projectile. Ooh, you bastard. I think you only do that like once a combat round. So, especially multiple times. Has a pretty good chance of killing him. Proto, come over here. I would love you to... Stinky Cloud. Thank you. There you go. Easy peasy fucking squeezy. Like Dora, 5-foot stutter step and kill this fool.
Should have run.
That was nice.
Strike.
Nice. Christian, come over here. And I want you to paralyze that were tiger. Now he made his check. Not surprising, I suppose. Wasn't a very high DC check, but he barely passed that. Reflex is a lot worse than I thought they'd be, quite frankly. Ookbo! Eat this one. Or never mind. Just stay here and do nothing. Jubilos, we need you to disarm that damn trap. It's getting in my way, bro.
You can thank me now.
Okay, we are not immune to poison right now. That's the one thing I forgot to cast on the team, so we have to be real careful here we don't walk into that cloud of stank. But Eliza can make us immune. There you go.
We shall overcome.
Ekin, just start working your way through the targets. We're picking him on purpose because he was not affected by the stink cloud. I want to make sure he died first. Proto. You're on bow duty. Quite frankly, we should be meleeing it up, I think.
Out of my way!
She gets more attacks if she's two-weapon wielding. So we had her on bow for a fight because we already had enough meleeers. We didn't need a fourth.
Don't hold back!
Ooh.
This will hurt!
Make sure to get all up in it. Tristan, you come over here, sir, and we have a cool spell. Dunk their asses. Nice. Oakbo. Nummy were-rat for you, bro. Aw. Jubilost.
Primitives.
Oh, no. Boom. Alright. Save that mess. I want everything that this damn place has to offer because I never want to come back here again.
That is quite a discovery.
There's something here.
Sure is. It's called a trap.
Child's play. Look ahead.
Hey, Ring of Chaos. Nice. That's a really good ring. Obviously, you need to be a chaotic alignment to use it. Let me actually show you that little bad boy, though, because that one's pretty badass. And can drop some of this heavier loot. Not that we're not strong enough to carry it, but it's a waste. We'll pick it up as we leave town. And same with the full plate plus ones. Alright, now, on the order of newest to oldest, this is the Ring of Chaos. Check this little bad boy out. +4 deflection bonus to armor class, and continuous freedom of movement on you at all times. Only a chaotic character can equip it. Pretty badass, right? Again, no one on my party currently, I think that's chaotic. I think, well, actually, let me check that real quick. Yeah, she's true neutral, yeah. And I did her true neutral on purpose because there's a ring for true neutral as well.
Got it.
true neutral ring is there's a lesser ring of balance and a greater ring of balance. And
I was successful in my search.
the greater ring of balance is amazing. Can I cast invisibility on you?
We should move.
Greater invis will work.
Their life ends
Damn
here.
skeleton! Ah! I just got the spell off. Oh my, hello. Dora, come over here, and you cast a... fireball's good enough. Yeah, you know what? We never do the intensified dragon one. We want fire, nice tight beam, or AoE beam. AoE beam's only catching 3, so looks like this one. You can catch 5 of them. Yeah. Oof. Set your ass on fire. Fortunately, the skeletons don't seem to trip those traps. They did earlier. I don't know why. It's just one of those things where they literally went out of their way to be butts about it. And suddenly they don't anymore. So, yay us, I guess. I was trying to avoid hitting our skeletal champion. Just because he is a front man here for us. Proto. Come over here, hon. And... fly these fools. Nope. No joy. Skeletal champions go up there to keep them busy. Jubilots will probably take out these guys up front with us with some bombs. We still need to get those damn traps down, but Ekandio can shoot most of those guys at range, so I'm not really worried. Oh, you just stay right there. But that guy's going to be annoying real goddamn fast, I'm telling you right now. Ekan, move 5 foot stutter step closer. Start shooting things that are far enough away. And now he's looking at the front. Solid work, bro. Alright, Jubilos, might as well finish off the guy that's right here.
Will they ever learn?
And that's the name of that tune. Eliza. You can at least get these bastards with a spell. Nice damage. Breath weapon. Gardener. The hell kind of gardener? Do I have any skill in trickery? I do. Maybe I can pick this trick. Good to go. Or just make you dominate yourself. Good job, Red Unit. You dipshit. Tristan. Come around here. And... skeleton army on top of that damn thing. Where the hell it is.
Repent!
Gardener. What a weird ass thing to have over there. Proto. Give me a snowball. Boom, sneak attack, loser. Alright, there we go. Try not to be in a nice narrow path with that lightning breath again. One bow. Ekandio. Can you reach this fool?
Good, you
Can.
get.
Yes.
Okay. Always smart.
Good work, team. Now loot the bodies. I'm only going to take the magic potion stuff.
I'm off.
Sure there's nothing back here. That's our body pile. Or our loot pile. Last time. We got a box here. Taking all their hooch. Taking all the magic stuff. Not counting armor, of course. We'll check it. It says it's unidentified, so I might as well take it. It's just going to be stuff to drop, I'm fairly certain, but you never know. So full plate, drop it. Bombardier's vest, that had been the bomb guy we just picked up. And then I got, what's this? Strip scale mail, I forgot to drop it. Okay. Cool, cool. What else we got up here? Oh, strength check. Jesus Christ, scared the hell out of me. I'm like, what the hell's in the water? Singing Edge. What's that? Long spear. Again, there's 3 different types of spears in this game. So there's a long spear, a spear, and a short spear. Short spear is one-handed, and therefore you can use a shield with it. A spear, proper, is just a 2-handed spear, 2-foot range still. You just stab it with both hands. Long spear is 2-handed, but again, it has such reach on it that you really get 6-foot reach. So your reach influence is amazing. Notice this one here becomes affected whenever the wielder of the spear becomes affected by a bardic performance. The bonus increases to +5 instead of +3, and it gives them +2 to their dodge as well. That's not bad. That's a pretty nice buff to give to somebody that's on your team. We got Break Dripping Clock. Seems like the only thing that we have here. Oh, so that's probably our thing. Strength check.
Oh, what a failure.
The beautiful Nereid is deathly pale. She shudders as you approach. I know you. You're her hound. I have a message for you. The Nereid freezes and stares forward with unseeing eyes. When she speaks again, it is not her voice, but another, one you recognize all too well. Just 2 more to make 1,000. 2 more grains and my cup will be full. I care not who makes it first, you and your lands, my hound, or Pitax and its ruler. The time draws near, so enjoy yourself, or fight, or celebrate your victory. Each step you take is one more toward my triumph. Take the tool promised to you. It awaits you here at the bottom of the lake in the abbey. But bear in mind, my peacock already knows you have revealed his secret. He is terrified, and he will soon make his move. Finished speaking, the Nereid hugs her shoulders and lowers her head. Well, okay. That's this thing here, I guess. Who are you? Why do you speak with Nyrissa's voice? The Nereid lifts her head and stares at you with big blue eyes. I am Evendra. I've spent many years serving my cousin Nyrissa as her living tool, a channel for her voice, and as a gift to her peacock, King Irvedi. Through me, he could communicate with her. Ew. Why would Nyrissa do this to you? It is a long story, though you surely know much of it already. Long ago, my dear sweet cousin was different, but then a curse fell upon her and it changed her completely. It's been a long time since I could recognize Nyrissa, our once proud, brave, and visionary leader. The curse deprived her of her heart, and her first victims were her sisters, the nymphs, and myself. What was the tool Nyrissa spoke of? A dark secret is hidden in these depths, the remains of victims of a treacherous murder. Side by side they lie at the bottom of the lake, the offspring of 4 noble Pitaxian families, Liacenza, Catania, Vascari, and Strocale. I know little of the games mortal monarchs play, but I've watched Irvedi for a long time. He fears these bones will be recovered and draw the vengeance of their living relatives. That is why Nyrissa told you where to search for the bodies. She also told him you would come to retrieve them. 2 rulers at each other's throats is exactly what she needs. Nyrissa, dear cousin, what have you become? Who was that strange halfling that attacked me at the entrance? Evander frowns and hisses through gritted teeth. The gardener. That is how he was known. The madman was obsessed with me, and Irvedi exploited that weakness of his to turn him into the most loyal of his guardians. I do not wish to speak more of him. Okay. Thanks for sharing the information. Farewell. Wait, I beg you, please take me with you, King. Let me live in your capital. I will repay you by telling you all I know. I want to help you, and I want to help Nyrissa too. If anyone can break the curse, it must be you. I'm not sure a foreign trader has any right to ask this, but please listen to Evandra. She's endured immense suffering, but it didn't break her. She can help us. All right, I may have need of further information. Trisha nods to you gratefully as though it were about him. Thank you for your kindness. Okay, I'm cool with that. She was trapped after all. Doesn't sound like that Nyrissa was being all nice to her and everything. So, we got a quick save. Hopefully we have a check. What's this treasure first? As it's a pile of stuff we left behind. Okay. The underground lake looks like a silver mirror. The reflections on the surface are so clear that you can make out every wrinkle in your clothes and individual strands on your hair. What you can't make out, though, is anything that may be hidden beneath the water. Dive into the lake. Dive into the lake. You once more notice the silvery quality of the water, as though it's been imbued with light, or perhaps radiates it. But the things hidden by the placid shimmering are horrible. Below your feet, at the bottom of the lake, float at least 24 corpses. The dead seem to stare at you. Some with empty sockets of hollow skulls, and others with nightmarish dead eyes. One body floats past you, and you feel a small metal object fall into your hand. It looks like a signet ring, the Fox signet ring. Okay, 5,760 XP. We got a knowledge world check that we're clearly going to pass. Examine the bodies. Success. One of the dead bodies wears a purple belt. Another is clad in a black vest with bright green embroidery. You easily recognize the insignias of the 4 trade houses. There are dead bodies here from all the great families that once ruled Pitax. Remember, he had literally staged a coup, kidnapped a bunch of people in the middle of the goddamn night, and supposedly held them for ransom, but he never gave them back. Well, maybe not ransom, but basically he said, if you come after me, you'll never find your family again, kind of shit. This is proof that he's lied. He's killed them all, and now the families will supposedly help us in uprise against the Pitaxian Lord Iravetti. Athletics check, dive deeper. Oh, we only need a 2 or greater. Success. You dive deeper and deeper, pushing yourself until you feel the bottom of the lake beneath your hands, and something more, something metallic. A dagger lies beside the body of a young blonde man. The weapon is in perfect condition. Despite its submersion, it may be a trick in the mind, but as you leave, the dead man's body shifts, and it seems almost like a nodded farewell, like the man wishes you luck and hopes to be avenged. Extra XP and a magic dagger return to the surface. Well, hell to the yeah. Let's see that shit. What did we find? Give me my cool stuff. Newest to oldest. So we have the Singing Edge. That's our spear. Chipped magnifying glass of the Technic League brand. Awesome. This is our Dark Wind Dagger. Fuck yeah. +4 dagger. What does this thing do? This dagger retrieved from the bottom of the lake in White Rose Abbey and once belonged to a young man from the Strokale family who was murdered at the order of King Iravetti. Now we may have to give this dagger up, just to be clear on this. We may have to give it to the family and say, hey, look at the dagger I found. Is it from one of your family in it? Kind of thing. Notice what this dagger does though. +5 to your stealth. Increases sneak attack damage of any weapon you wield, so long as you have the dagger in one hand, any other weapon that you're wielding as well, and your sneak attack spells, so touch attacks or ray spells, will get an extra die of damage. I did test this the other day when I was doing one of my builds for you guys that you've seen probably a couple weeks back. This does work. So if you want more sneak attack die on somebody, say a nice dagger wielding, double wielding biatch, here's another +1d6. And again, it just keeps getting better and better. Not only is this here, but you have a necklace that gives you extra sneak attack die for your melee attacks. There's a ring that gives you extra sneak attack die. So again, I don't think they all stack, but at least with 2 of these items, you can get another 2 to 3 sneak attack die per attack added to your character. That's a solid upgrade. And again, it's a +4 weapon to begin with. Nice. Oh, we got a ring, by the way, too. What is this? Stop it. What is this? Fox Signet Ring. Now, seen on this gold ring depicts a fox's head, the symbol of the Liachenza family and the Iron Fox trade house of Pitax. The ring previously belonged to one of Iravetti's victims, and it was found in the lake at the White Rose Abbey. Now, that might be something, again, we have to give up, too. I don't mind that, though. I'd rather keep the dagger, quite frankly, if there's a choice. Anyway. Looks like we have everything here. Time to bounce out of here. Let's hope we don't get mugged on the way out the door. We'll take all the loot with us. Because, again, chances are once we get to where we're going in Pitax, there'll be vendors there. We should be able to sell stuff, I hope. If not, we can drop it there maybe and hope to sell it later. Looting all the stuff. I will, however, leave the crap that I know is this way too heavy and it's not worth that much money. So that's that stuff. You can have masterwork stuff. No, we'll keep all that. Let's go by price. Oh yeah, I have. Okay. So this is $13. Keeping all those, and everything else is $100 or more because of masterwork or composite bows. Cool. These are only 25 bucks a piece, but there's a lot of them. So I'd still rather carry. We're still at a nice carrying capacity right now, so we should be fine. Okay. We're doing well. We are doing real well. Now, the question is have we progressed the story arc for Pitax to the point where it'll let us decide? Sure as hell hope so. I think at this point, it'd probably be a good spot to stop. It's been about 2 hours, but let's see if we can get to save, journal check, and just see if there's anything more on this River Kingdom shit. We still have to deal with the bandits, so we still need to figure that part out. We got that part done. We may have to do the Pitaxian border thing. Highborn at heart. Bard's calling. Yeah, okay, let's think here. Is there anything that looks like an invasion from the barbarians or from the pirates or whatever on our border? It doesn't really say where on our border, and that's really the problem. So we literally have all this mess up here. Which side of the river is it? The left side? Is it the right side? I can't tell you. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back to here. And what we'll do is we'll sell off all this crap that we're carrying with us, and then spend the next day probably zipping up and down the coast, unless this happens to be the interaction that we're hoping for. Could be a random event. You just troll through the area. Yeah, these are just goblins.
I am never wrong.
Tristan,
Right here, my friend.
Do it again.
I will protect you. Inimosi Travisi.
Okay, Dorraj's turn. Stuff your weapon, buddy. Ooh, nice solid hit. Ignile. With that stutter step, just shoot that through.
Cannot hide from me.
Nice shot. Yep. All the arrows coming in on me now. I've got to have a decent armor even without buffing up, because I wasn't paying attention to my spells. Alright, Eliza. Let's get out some bogeymen, shall we? Look at that shit. Alright, Juby. Why don't you do a 5-foot stutter step that way? Nah, you're fine. Tristan, on the other hand, he can come over here. Oh, bow. Can you charge any of these fools? Can. Good boy. Proto's turn. Alright, Proto, can you reach them? Yes, you can. So, cantrip time. Sneak attack, loser. And then from there, we'll just do another cantrip down this way. Another sneak attack. Very nicely done, madam. Dora. Go here, finish this doofus off. Flank that guy. Ekandayo, we got a bunch of dudes over here.
Nowhere to run. No strike wasted.
Very nicely done, Ekin. Alright, those guys are going after Upbo. Eliza, why don't you come up here, hon? And I want you to throw a little fire this guy's way. Nice. Bogeymen running into anything. Phantasmal killer. Good work, team. Just some random banditos on the road. And again, we'll sell that stuff off when we get back to base. I'm just going to have to assume that the next part of the story is us finding wherever those damn pirates are. And again, I may have to log offline to find out how to resolve that issue. I really hate this part of the game. Very few things that are extremely clear. It's nice when they give you a, oh, here it is, and it has a little exclamation point next to it, so you know, go to that area. You know, even if you gave me like a kingdom quest where it literally was something back in my throne room where you could specifically say to me, hey, research this and we'll show you where the guys are, you know, like send out our spies or whatever. That'd be cool. They don't do that. It's very, very annoying. Oh, we got problems now. Pitax envoy awaits. Okay, here we go. Strange happening in the capital. This happening have to be seen to be relieved. Oh, shit. Sounds like that's what we're waiting on. These guys are still waiting on theirs. Again, we cannot do them. However, we're on the 7th month and it has to be done by the 9th month. If that is true, this one will fail, but we won't fail the other one. If that's true. Again, there's always that caveat because it always screws stuff up. So, we're going to quick save. Continue to our kingdom. We're clearly going to teleport back to base now.
May we have a moment of respite?
But we'll sell stuff in here first, teleport back to base, see what the envoy is, and then call it a day. Oh, where's our little shop in here? In Glenshire. Cool stuff. We got a lot of nice gear too lately. Not that we're going to use it all, but again, one of these days I'll go through everything, sell what we don't need, keep what we do, re-equip everybody properly, and see where we stand from there. But for the time being, we want to basically just sell off our junk. Lots and lots of it. As far as weapons are concerned, I'm never using that long spear. Keeping all those things. I'm never using any of these full plates. We already have a Bombardier's vest on Jubilost, so there's no need for another one. But it is nice that they give us options. Again, one of those things that's just pretty cool. As far as stuff here, natural armor +2 pass. Probably don't need all these cloaks. We'll get rid of one of them. Got another Ring of Blur. Oh, that's Jathel's. Oh shit, I need to put that on someone. I might give that to her if she has a spare slot. Shroud of Abaddon, that was also Jathel's, so we got to keep her gear in case she ever gets resurrected. Hint, hint, wink, wink. How are we doing on our... it's still 2 charges, okay. Alright, feel good about that. Let's bounce out of here. Oh, we've never actually been to this area. Are you kidding me?
If you dare.
I've never gone inside. I just use it as a teleportation portal. Whoopsies. There's no specific artisans here or anything like that. That's why I didn't care. But I really should have checked it out. That was very stupid of me not to. And again, you can go inside here to prove to yourself that they don't have like free stuff inside. They don't usually, but you never know. And I have actually found reasonably decent magic gear sometimes in those places, at least in my kingdom anyway, where I'm like, oh shit, these peasants are doing better than I thought. Clearly the king needs to tax this, and took it with me. But they actually had like a cloak of heroism, I think I found in one of those places. And early on, if you can find something like that, that's a nice little upgrade. Remember, that's the ability to cast heroism on yourself as a 2nd level cleric or wizard. So you get like 20-minute buff.
Would be welcome.
Going to Dorabil. Entrevu, kind soar. Throne room. And then it's going to go right to a cutscene for the 2 things that we had as a choice. So Pitax envoys here, as well as something weird, whatever the hell that means. Fortunately, it's saving as we're loading into here. Stefano Moskoni, this prick. Stefano Moskoni is wearing a particularly splendid attire for his visit. His doublet is embroidered with precious stones and decorated with the emblem of Pitax. A disdainful smile is plastered on his powdered face. He bows formally. Your Highness, I am here on behalf of His Highness Iraveti of Pitax. It is an open secret that things are not going too well for your kingdom of late. Bandits and monsters, which you supposedly exterminated, are swarming your countryside once more. You are losing the trust and respect of your subjects. Everyone sees that you are failing to meet the responsibilities of a proper ruler. It's just that not everyone dares to say this out loud. Yeah, I know it's because of you jackasses. His Highness Iraveti is ready to lend you a helping hand. Reject this unbearable burden of power, kneel to him, and abdicate the crown. He will rule the stolen lands as wisely and fairly as he rules his own country. His Highness is expecting you at his palace in Pitax, ready to accept your oath. He can wait for as long as he likes. He's not getting my crown. Guards take him, send his head to Iraveti as our reply. I wish I was doing an evil playthrough right now. Very well, tell Iraveti I'm coming. I'm not keeping up with my responsibilities. Don't be absurd. You know full well that the disasters that fell upon my lands were the work of Iraveti himself. Moskoni smiles contentedly. This is slander, Your Highness. My king is famous for his wisdom and fairness. How could he have woven such a plot? It is beyond belief. Very well, tell Iraveti that I'm coming. His Highness is expecting you. Yeah. With a low bow, Moskoni leaves the throne. Get the fuck out of my goddamn kingdom, prick. Son of a bitches, man. Everyone's trying to advocate. What the hell just happened? Oh! Hey!
You've broken into my dream. Now it's my turn to enter yours.
Nemesis says in lieu of a greeting, you feel the air trembling around you like in the short moment of still calmness preceding the storm. Hello, why are you here?
I've come to say goodbye. If we meet again, it will be a meeting of sworn enemies on the battlefield.
She knows that if we kill Iraveti, which is of course the plan, that's one of her last 2 grains. The last grain that is killing me off and taking my kingdom down with me. She'll be complete and she'll be finished. It's actually a very good story arc that they've made, I must admit. I'm assuming this is part of the pen and paper story. It's actually a very good story, though. Literally, what better story to give your pen and paper players, but something that is like literally, you're not the secret, you're not the special ones, but you could be. And again, now you are. There's still two choices left here. Iravetti must fall, and you must fall. So she's playing you against him. If he wins, she's got 1 grain. If you win, she still has 1 grain. And then it's just now up to you to survive. Very, very interesting story arc. I must admit, I'm very pleased with this one.
Do you remember the first time we met? I came to you disguised as the former Nyrissa, a tender young nymph who hadn't yet spent ages under the yoke of her curse. Deceiving comes easier if your lies are familiar to you. But it seems that I've played myself into a corner. Your words brought me pain. They were like sharp thorns sprouting through my skin. You made me recall who I once was, and who I would never be again. Now, when the end is near, I feel anxiety. It seems it's no coincidence that the last step to forgiveness must be the only death I could care about.
Oh. Oh, hell no. Look at this one. What if I'm ready to sacrifice the kingdom for you? Take it, it's yours. Let the grain fall into the cup. Yeah, bullshit. I'm sorry that everything turned out like this. I care about you, but I can't let you destroy my kingdom. You're my enemy. I don't care about your feelings. Are you trying to say that you love me?
I cannot love. The very essence was ripped from my soul and lost. But when I speak with you, when I watch you facing unthinkable threats, the hole in my soul bleeds and hurts more than ever.
Let's actually ask. See, I mean, we have it saved earlier. It's an autosave when we come back to our kingdom like this. So we'll have to just go back to the autosave, repeat the Moskoni talk, and then this one. Let's try this one. What if I'm ready to sacrifice the kingdom for you? Take it, it's yours. Let the grain fall into the cup. And honestly, if I was a dev and put this in the game, I would be a complete dick and have it fail the kingdom immediately. I would be like, end! Because it would be hilarious.
So, that's how you talk. Well, if you wish to please me so much, just let the peacock finish what he started and destroy your country. But you have surprised me, truly. I didn't expect you to back down so easily. Looks like I was wrong to cry about that missing part of my soul. What's the good in softness and unconditional self-sacrifice if it makes you pathetic and weak?
Ooh, she called me pathetic and weak. I don't think I like this one.
Thank you, my hound. I feel I am finally rid of all doubt. And all of that...
Alright, nope. That sucks. Load game. Let's see, where is it? Here's our autosave. Yeah, I don't like that one. That was a bad one. And I wouldn't have ever really done it anyway. I was just curious as to see what would actually happen. Because if it really went to auto-fail, I thought that would have been hilarious. But it's okay. So we're loading in again to the capital. Again, we'll have to talk to Moskoni. We'll fast forward through this part here real quick. Yeah. Blow hard. Tell him I'm coming. Okay. Piss off. Get out of my goddamn kingdom. And I'm sitting on my crappy stool. This really makes me look like a badass. I mean, really. That's annoying. That's one of the most annoying parts of this right now, is the fact that I still don't have my goddamn throne back.
You've broken into my dream.
Yeah,
I've come to say good. Do you remember the first time?
Sorry, say you love me.
I cannot love.
Okay, I'm sorry that everything turned out like this. I care about you, but I can't let you destroy my kingdom.
I know. Long ago, I refused to back down when the eldest sent the beast to destroy me in my realm. You and I are similar in that. Maybe that's why. Well, never mind. Farewell. Our next meeting, if it happens, will be a very different one. Much more bloody and violent, I would expect.
Oh, don't say that, baby. You know I love you.
Do you know why I couldn't immediately recognize the intrusion? When you and the foolish little robin bard broke into my dreams. Because it wasn't the first time I dreamt of you.
Oh, with these words, an imp silhouette dissolves into thin air. She loves me. She really does. She respects me. I'll take respect. Wake up, everybody. You'll never guess what happened. Lindsay wants to talk. So King Irvedi invited you for a visit. I have the perfect gift for him. With a smug look, Lindsay shows you a thin paperback. She made the book. Look through it when you have the time. The entire truth of the Academy of Grand Arts. The truth about the students, teachers, headmaster, and their great patron, Irvedi himself, are doing behind their pretty facade. The Academy of Infamy. Go. First press run is already on its way to Pitax. When you go, don't forget to take me with you. I want to see the effects of the book Professor Eobald and I wrote with my own eyes. I'm sure it'll be explosive. Damn it, Lindsay. I don't want to take you. Alright, fine. Fair enough. She earned it. Hell. And, let's face it, she's all about Pitaxian scum. Quick save here. What else do we got? War of the Kingdoms. Still got that bandit problem. Go to Pitax. The more of Irvi's plots we unravel, the more insolent and desperate he becomes, realizing that he will never succeed in taking our kings. Land without a fight, he's offered him a chance to surrender. What an impudent fellow. We're going to pay him a visit in Pitax, show him exactly who should be surrendering. So we still have to figure out this one. So again, I'll probably log off tonight, guys. Figured that one out. Maybe if I make a note of that too. What is that one? We say... It is find a way to deal with the bandits. Alright, so now I know what I'm looking for the War of the River Kings. Matter of fact, I need to probably write that title down too. War of the River Kings. So I don't want to miss out on something, especially if it's an important for the story arc itself. It looks like we can go right to Pitax though, so we probably don't have to do all these things. But, again, I don't want it to come back and bite me in the ass and say, oh, well, you didn't do all these things, and therefore, while you pass everything, you fail in your kingdom. Interview citizens, runaway throne. Still don't know how to do that, man. I'll look that up as well. Confront EMR. That's actually in Pitax. Bard's Calling. Here we go. Here's Lindsay's. Learn what effect the book had on the Pitaxian citizenry. What? Wait for the book to finish. Yeah, I got that. Now, let's actually look at the book officially, because Lindsay specifically said, take a look at it when you have spare time. Shrike Hills Publishing by Lindsay and Eobald the Insightful. Without making excuses, I, Eobald the Insightful, must attest that tragedies like the one I let happen are not a rarity at the Academy of Grand Arts. The happiness of the students, even their very lives, could be considered a fertilizer of sorts for the blossoming vanity of their mentors, who in their turn must lick Irvedi's boots, lest they be trampled beneath them. These are just a few of the more egregious cases I witnessed and became a silent accessory to in my time. Well, all right. That sounds promising. That sounds like something that's going to really stick in their craw. With that, though, my name is Brother Bean. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye now.